Alright, guys, the boy Frank back in with a reaction video. So today actually wasn't gonna be a reaction video. It was actually gonna be a Roblox video. But I have two appointments. I went to the first one. It's 1:47 p.m. right now. I have another one at 2:40 p.m. I think. So I just found a quick reaction video of an SCP, which from the harbor. We're gonna react to it quick. I'm gonna edit it real quick, put it out, and then boom, I'm not gonna be home. But I don't know how it's gonna be. So let's get it started. You already know. Best it on YouTube. Alright, here we go. I don't know if I should make it smaller. Should I make it smaller? There we go. Alright. I got my headset. Again, do not ask where this is going. Just don't ask any questions. And you already know I got my glasses. Remember, without these bad boys, I cannot see. Alright, so we are reacting to SCP-3631, a man and his monster SCP animation. You already know it's by your boy the Robert. I'm telling you, he's fire and everything. Alright, let me not hold you guys too much and let's actually get this started. Let me check everything is good. Everything's recording. I think everything's recorded. Alright, there we go.
What if one day, whatever I've created in my mind can be realized? I want a friend, a companion, a protector, a guardian who will be by my side forever, or a monster that will scare the bad things away. I wonder how it'll look like, the boy thought to himself. And so he grabbed his crayon and a piece of paper and began working on his very own.
Yo, that's a monster you want to have that's always next to you. That thing right there, what I'm seeing, yo. Yeah, that's my kid. Yeah, I just want to fill up this adoption paper. I want to send him back to the adoption center. Yeah, thank you. Bruh.
Stein's monster. And now he found himself bedridden. At first in the hospital. And now somewhere with people dressed in lab coats. And they didn't look like doctors.
Oh, his arm is missing. Damn!
He lost his lower jaw and all his limbs.
That's tough.
He had no idea how he got here. One thing for sure. He felt a strong bond with the red-skinned monster that had slaughtered everyone in the room, except for himself. The monster was all that he could remember now.
Alright.
It looked towards the man in the bed, who also looked at it confusingly. Then walked towards a cadaver that was in the room. It ripped an opening on it and began taking out the organs.
Don't tell me he's gonna take out the organs and everything. Facial, skin and everything. It's gonna start putting inside the guy. The new mouth and all that, like it's gonna reconstruct a whole new body for him. And how did that guy get to like that point? How? So you just out of nowhere just wake up with your jaw missing, your limbs missing, your legs missing, like
As it saw the light was fading away from the man's eyes, it quickly opened up the tear on the man's body and hastily replaced all his failing organs with the ones he had procured from the cadaver. Soon enough, the man regained his consciousness, and the monster smiled in appreciation for life.
It's like a Venom if he has his own body. Carnage under that, if he had his own body, like he pretty much that's what's happening.
Hello everybody, I'm the Rubber. Today,
what you mean Euclid? Yep,
Euclid class object, SCP-3631.
I don't know, I don't know, man. Like the way it looks and everything, you never know what's gonna happen one day. It may pounce on you.
SCP-3631, also known as a man and his monster, is the collective designation for two humanoids, which are SCP-3631.
Dang, so he's stuck like that forever? That's tough.
1 and SCP-3631-2. 3631-1 is a nocturnal carnivore with red skin pigmentation.
Yeah, miss me with that, boy.
Outside of a mouth and several heat-sensing orifices, it lacks any discernible facial features. Despite this, 3631-1 demonstrates sight, smell, and hearing comparable with that of other large primates. 3631-2 is an adult man.
But how they got to that?
3631-2's limbs have been amputated, and the lower jaw and vocal cords have been removed. Additionally, a long incision had been made across the abdomen to allow access to the abdominal cavity. Analysis of scar tissue suggests this was likely inflicted by animal claws.
Don't tell me the monster that he wanted that came true, that he pretty much created, did this to him, so the monster could always play with him like this. If I'm right, that's tough. I'm telling you, that's tough.
Though the precision of the wounds implies intent beyond simple defensive or predation behavior.
Okay. And we get an ad. You guys already know. Let me mute this. If it's not one of my ads, if I'm not gonna pay a single penny, I'm not gonna show the ad. Volume, you guys already know. Let's skip this bad boy. But guys, remember, if you get one of my ads, just watch the whole thing. But here's the good thing. Right now, I have no ads. So right now, I'm doing YouTube for free for right now. So enjoy. Enjoy the content.
Although he shows signs of consciousness, 3631-2 is capable of only weak response to stimuli, though this has improved since being taken into Foundation custody. 3631-1 displays aggressively protective behavior against perceived threats to 3631-2.
It's like if it's this toy. I feel like that thing right there did that to him. Like he cut off the limbs, the abdominal area. I don't know how to say it. Remember, my accent's bad. He ripped off the jaws, he can't talk. So it's his own toy.
Having become significantly more aggressive since containment.
What is that face?
It seems to be able to innately sense the medical condition of 3631-2.
So when it needs new organs and everything.
As demonstrated by its agitation and high-pitched vocalizations typically associated with distress during surgical operations on 3631-2. It will transport victims not used for sustenance to the vicinity of 3631-2. It will then begin extracting organs from the victim to replace diseased and or otherwise damaged organs in 3631-2. The transplanted organs resume functions upon attachment. However, transplanted organs quickly begin showing signs of atrophy and require replacement on an approximately monthly basis. Analysis.
So my boy's just killing all those people monthly, huh? That's a normal Tuesday for him, huh? A normal Monday, Thursday, Wednesday, like... Like, I don't mind it, but like, how is he like that? Like, no arms, no legs, and everything. That's the only problem I have. Like, if I want one of those monsters, do I have to be like that? If I do, hell nah. Hell nah. Miss me with that.
3631-2's organs have been replaced in this fashion.
Okay.
With only the central nervous system and sections of bone and muscle tissue retained. Tissues from 23 different hosts have been identified. Attempts to replace this process with standard medical care have yielded mixed results, although supplementing maintenance from 3631-1 with care from Foundation medical teams has improved 3631-2's condition considerably. It is not known at this time how 3631-2 consistently survived this process prior to containment, given the poor quality of care and high risk of blood loss and infection. On the 18th of December 2005, 3631-1 was discovered and captured in Ombre Road, Louisiana, after a string of disappearances were reported with multiple sightings.
And those people that were missing were used for the organs.
Of a hostile humanoid
Miss me
entity.
with that.
1 year later, it disappeared from the containment cell without any explanation. After several years of no sighting or evidence supporting the entity's existence, the Foundation redesignated it as neutralized. However, many years later, 3631-1 was rediscovered, along with 3631-2 after yet another string of disappearances consistent with those that led to the discovery of 3631-1. The Foundation sent out MTF Epsilon 6 to investigate.
You already know, most of them is going to die.
And during the investigation,
most of them are going to die.
3631-2 was discovered in an abandoned barn. Several pillows, blankets, and crude objects resembling toys were found in the barn, along with multiple unidentifiable human remains.
That's tough.
During efforts to extract 3631-2, the task force was intercepted by 3631-1, which was quickly subdued with minimal casualties.
So there were some casualties. They said minimal. So someone did die.
Foundation.
I don't know.
Who led the investigation?
But that one actually pretty good. Because most of these missions, almost all of them except 1 or 2 people dies. So that's pretty good.
Something was off about the relationship between 3631-2 and 3631-1. Why did it fight so hard for him? A man who has no limbs, no memories about anything except for the monster itself. Loyalty, perhaps? He looked at 3631-2, lying half-consciously in the bed.
But how did he got to that? How? Like, no jaw, no arm, no legs. How? That's my only question.
His life seemed to be hanging on by a thin thread. If he could speak, what story would he tell us? What does he know about the monster? The agent wondered. He moved closer to inspect and saw the long incision made on his abdomen to his eyes. It looked like it had been reopened many times. Too many times. This is gnarly. What happened to him? I need
a lot of people use that word anymore. Gnarly.
Test done. Find out what you can about this man's scar.
And this guy does look like it's a skater.
Found out that all his organs had been replaced, which led to more questions. Who did this? And why? Soon enough, shortly after containment, 3631-2's health began to drop.
Yeah, I'm guessing this is when the monsters gonna come in.
Multiple organs were failing rapidly. He was immediately wheeled into the Foundation's surgery room, where a fresh cadaver was prepared for an organ transplant operation. When the head surgeon picked up a scalpel as operation was about to begin, 3631-1 broke containment and found its way into the surgery room. Everyone in the room was killed immediately in a rampage.
That's tough.
As the security team was on its way to contain the situation, Agent Shelley watched the security camera feed in awe and horror as 3631-1 performed the surgery.
I'm telling you, that's why that's open up. He did that. I don't know about the arms and the jaw, but I know he did that. Like the open up from the chest to the stomach.
Albeit very crudely.
Yo, the Robert, what's with these ads? You know what I mean? Let me stop. You already know my boy's trying to pay his bills and everything. For right now, I'm not getting nothing. So guys, I'm telling you, hit the subscribe button or the like button, you know what I mean? Support me even more.
It tore open 3631-2's incision scar with its bare hands. His body only twitched a little as his insides were violently exposed. It then plucked the failing organs out one by one and replaced them with the one from the cadaver. Goodness, how many times has this poor bastard gone through this? Moments later, the armed security team arrived.
And that's without the him like sleeping. You guys saw he's sleeping with the gas and the anesthesia and all that. Imagine without that, like he's feeling all of that ripped apart, the organ getting ripped, placing it back and everything. That's hella tough.
At the scene,
I'm telling you, miss me with that.
Fired tranquilizing rounds at 3631-1. It fell down as its body lost its strength.
Okay.
But before it was being carried out of the room, it sensed that 3631-2 was regaining health and let out a smile. The agent watched the feed intently. So the monster wants to keep the man alive and wouldn't let anyone else touch him. But what does it benefit from doing so? This question troubled him greatly. His gut feeling was telling him that something about the monster's smile shone something more than just relief, but he couldn't quite pinpoint what.
Remember, guys, we know something in the beginning. We know, I think that's the kid that drew that monster. The one that, the one that has them all missing in the legs. We know he drew that. If you saw the paper, same thing that was on paper, look exactly like that. So we know that. I'm guessing that's his only friend. That's what's keeping him alive. But like, still, I don't want none of that.
But it was. To find out more about the monster, I have to find out more about the man himself first, Agent Shelley thought, and then led a raid on the man's residence.
He's gonna find the papers?
The search of the residence unearthed a number of crude drawings in an opened envelope, several of which depicted 3631-1.
That looks like him!
My God. Did he create the monster? Along with the drawings was a small note, which read, "Found these old drawings of yours. Thought you might like to see them again. Welcome home. Love, Mom." So he created the monster somehow, but yet something still troubled him. What happened to his limbs? Was it the work of the monster?
That's what I thought, but like, I don't know.
If so, why disfigure him so badly and then keep him alive? He then ordered to investigate 3631-2's medical records, which indicated that the man had been hospitalized due to a concussion after an automotive collision, on which date corresponded with the day of the sudden disappearance of 3631-1 from its initial containment. The records also shown that he suffered from retrograde amnesia caused by the accident, hospitalized and lost his memory.
But not like accident. That though? That's how I left him.
3631-1 disappeared on the same day, and no more cases of missing people. But it resumed after a year later. He looked at the note and the crude drawings of 3631-1. Then it suddenly dawned on him. A year later, he came back to his home and saw the picture of his childhood's drawing. His mother must have sent him these pictures to remind him of his childhood. And it brought back 3631-1, which existence strongly depends on 3631-2's memory of it, the agent figured. This revelation began to dawn on him.
Oh, I get what I'm saying. So let me say what I think they're saying. Pretty much, my, there you go. I don't know, for some time my laptop was losing energy. Alright, that's what I think what happened. So, back then, you know, when he was a kid, he used to do the drawings, right? That look like exactly the same thing as the SCP, the 3631. That's why he was still, you know, that the SCP was, you know, walking around everywhere, you know, kidnapping people and all that. It was storing his memory. When he hit in the car crash or that accident, he forgot everything. That the anesthesia or something, that's how you say it. He forgot about the monster and all that, and that's why it disappeared from the cell. Like, it completely disappeared. That's what the SCP Foundation put neutralized, and they never see no trace of it. They never see, you know, heard something happening again, you know, what I was doing before. So he forgot. But when the mother showed the paper, he remembered the drawing back then, the memories he used to have. So it bumped back the monster, but doesn't explain why he lost the limbs and everything. But that's pretty interesting.
Him that perhaps it was not out of altruism nor a display of loyalty when 3631-1 performed the surgery to keep 3631-2.
Yep. So if he dies too. He goes away completely. Remember, it's from his memories. That's
alive.
Okay.
It was a display of the monster's selfishness. It was merely sustaining the mind and body in which its entire existence was hung in the balance. And perhaps his limbs were also took away by 3631-1 to getting into random places to avoid accidents, which would probably cause another round of amnesia. And took away his lower jaw and his ability to vocalize, just in case the man decides to call for help in exterminating it. Agent Shelley now recalled the smile on the monster's face.
Yep, that's tough.
It was a smile of relief, of its own continual existence, not his creator's health. Remember,
that was good. I'm not gonna lie, that was good. So this whole time, it's not even his friend. He's just trying to live out his own selfishness. That's what took away the arms and legs and everything, so he could never walk away, try to get help and all that. Like, he can't. That's tough. So when he let that smile, it's not because, oh, there you go, I saved my friend. He saved himself too. So my boy dies, he dies too. That's what messed me with it. Man, I tell you, it couldn't be too true. Like, I knew the monster in the beginning. Remember I told you that I knew the monster took away the arms and everything. I just don't know why and how he did it, but that was fire. I'm not gonna lie, that was really fire. What time is it? 2:05. Alright, I have to go. I have like 30 minutes of editing this and put it out. So, guys, remember, if you like the video and everything, hit the subscribe button. Go to 5,000 subscribers. I think I do pretty good content. I think, hey, check out my content. It's out there for free. Hit the like button too. You know, you don't have to, but it supports me even more. Turn on the bell notifications. You could be the first one, you know, to see my video. Hit the comment section. Tell me something. Which brings me to the comment section. You could tell me again too late. It does not have to be a Roblox game. You could tell me a video to react to, but please link the video in the description so it'll be easy for me to find. That's in the description in the comment section. And you can even tell me hi or how you doing. I will always reply back to you guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's your boy Frame out.